It is 9:16 Eastern Time, about 14 minutes until the equities open. Let's take a look at what's in store. Look at the economic calendar. We'll have economic or existing home sales come out, but that's it. Otherwise, a pretty quiet night from quiet day, I should say, from the annual reports from the government. Let's check the earnings calendar, see if anybody is going to be reporting earnings today. HDFC Bank, 127 billion. Pretty small in the grand scheme of things. And I don't think clicking here is going to give me much more information. That's cool. Nice little graph. The earnings have trended upwards. Let's check them out on FinViz real quick. HDB. Okay. Trading at $70 a share. Earnings doesn't even say when they're going to report. Interesting. So could be before. Oh, what does this mean? Huh. Maybe it means they're delayed or something. And the next biggest by market cap is 81 billion. Kind of a small potato in the U.S. equity market. So I'm expecting a pretty quiet Friday. The existing home sales at 10 o'clock Eastern should create some volatility. It's probably going to come down. We'll see. All right, we got about 11 minutes until the open. And I meditated a lot this morning. Oh, excuse me. I also did a nice yoga session. Had a decent, solid, healthy breakfast. So I'm pretty ready to follow the rules I set out yesterday. So let's switch to the Tradevate. And let's just start eyeing some levels here. So if we wanted to look at higher time frames, this did act as resistance. This 600 level from a couple days ago came up to 750. So it pushed up into that resistance of these, right? Prior support becomes resistance. And that's what we're seeing here. So where would the support be? Support would be where there was prior resistance. So down here at 200. We are right at the mean of these Bolly bands. I already forget what size these are. 20 period Bolly bands. Right. Okay, so I would expect a day going through the mean downwards, at least the 200s. So I'm gonna bet on another down day. I noticed yesterday that trading the open right here, right? 9, and if we break it down even more, I mean, it was just a down day, and I remember most of my trades were long yesterday, and it was me trying to get long in this area right off the open. And then when we had this rejection, I think I remember, no, that was before I was playing it in here. So my scalping strategy is just so tight that I can spend 30 minutes to an hour scalping, and if done properly, it's effective. It just needs proper risk management. So on the 15, it looks like we're going to have, since we had this almost engulfing bar, and now we are kind of engulfing, that shows me that we'll probably come back up to 450 to retest, or at least like it's already at 430. Let's see. What does the RSI look like? Looks like it's peaked, right? So we should see another push down. So I'm still going to bet that we come down and at least retest 350s one more time. So that's going to be the bet. For these trades today, I don't want to have more than 5 trades. But I also don't want to sit here for, 4 hours. The maximum I'm going to trade is an hour. And I don't expect much volatility off the open, but I'm going to focus on shorts today. I focused on longs yesterday and was getting burned. I mean, we did bounce off a level here, 365 yesterday. And that is a buy zone for sure. And then the sell zone's at 750. So even between these two spots, there's like this 400 point range to play around in. 325, 300. So it didn't come down to 250. It came down to 300. And it looks like it's losing steam. So what I want to do, like I said, is I want to play for a continuation of this trend. I may just watch the first minute or so just to see what exactly is being done. Let's see, 2830s. Okay, I'm looking down at my phone for a second. Still looking at the phone. Okay. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Okay. So 6 minutes, 5 minutes until the open. Let's see. What do we see? Nice little V bottom here at 400s. Came off of 405s. So I think I've mentioned my scalping strategy before. I'm going to explain it again, mainly for myself, so I can stick to it today. Any kind of chase trades, like for instance, if I wanted to chase this, if I thought there was continuation, if I am going to get long on the upper side of the range bar Bolly bands, then I should have a really tight stop, like 5 points. If I enter into a short up here, I'm basically trying to call a top, and I'll have a 10 to 15 point stop for a short. Same thing for the bottom side. So if it's moving down really quickly and I want to hop on board the trend, I'll hop on board with a 5 point stop and like a 10 point take profit. Just a quick scalp. So like right now, it came up to 48, and that's been a great resistance level for a while. I mean, since yesterday. Definitely looks like a ceiling. What was that? That was 43s. I would consider getting short under 40s. Okay, so if we get short here, the stop would be over 50. I would say let's wait until we're actually up at like 45 or 47 or even 50, and then getting short there with a 15 point stop just to have the best chances. Really slow day. So far it's being supported. Oh, there it goes a little bit. So good spot for a short. not gonna do it. So it would have been good for about 6 points, 7 points. Very slow price action. Okay, a little pullback to retest the trend. Hasn't broken through it. I mean, this is a 525 range bar chart. Let's look at the 1 minute. Looking for a short entry. Yeah, 40s were a great entry for a 10-point trade. Would be getting out right now. Or under 30s. Oh man. Oh, I did some HIIT workouts yesterday and they were brutal. Well, just one. But I've been doing it for 2 days and super sore. 2 minutes until equities open, and then we have that report in 32 minutes. Still showing support here above 30. Yeah. So maybe that would have been a scalp for maybe 10 points. Probably more like 8 or 7 points. Good spot to get in short though, for sure. Still showing some choppy support. Definitely seeing some divergence on the 1 minute. So I'm actually considering a short now. Let's see. I'm going to do a short entry where? Let's see. It's kind of just crawling up. Yeah. 37s. So it just kind of bounced off 40s there. Let's get short. This will be our first trade of the day. 30 seconds until the open. Let's see where it wants to close this 30-minute. And yeah, the 30-minute bar it's going to close. It's going to be green, it looks like. "20 seconds until the open. Coming down to kind of higher volume nodes. Let's see if we can get under 25s. There we go. Pretty nice. That was the open. That's pretty nice. Okay, so we're short. Had a stop at 17. Got stopped out for $33 of profit. So far so good. Let's get short again. Maybe around 25s. Yeah, let's stay short under 25s. Let me put a stop out. 27s. I don't like how it's acting. Yeah, I probably just need to be a little bit more patient. Okay, I'm just gonna get out for a quick 10 point scalp. Not even 10 points. So that's 2 trades already. Oh, look at that. I was just a little impatient. So the target to the downside is 250, right? Let's see if we can get another scalp in. Ooh, I really wanted to get the under 15s there. Oh, dang. Oh, what just happened? All right, there we go. Whoop. Oh no. Okay, had a little fat finger there. Because of those fat fingers, I think I accidentally went over 5 trades. Okay, well, the rest of this 30 minutes is going to be with ghost trades. I'm up on the day, 37 bucks. Honestly, I'm just trying to post a green day at this point. Don't want to push it. I want to stick to my rules so that I can reinforce some discipline. That was a push to 15s. Yeah, great spot to take another short. Yeah, I think we're going to blow through O's, maybe bounce off 85s down here. I love buying 85s. So we had a bounce off 15s. Let's see, I keep getting spammed with all kinds of dumb stuff. All right, that was a bounce off 95s. 95s is a great spot to bounce off of for sure. Is there any levels at 95? I mean, not really, right? Kinda. This 400's kind of a level. We push through it. Yeah, this is kind of a tight, tight range. On the 5, yeah, we're trending down pretty hard. 18s, 20s. Another good spot to be short. Really want to try another trade. Okay, if we get up to 10s, I'll add another, or I'll get into a short. And I'll stay short under 15. Oh, okay. There we go. And I'm going to stay short under, what is that? This high over here, 15s. So that's about 6 points. No, it's about 8 points. Target of 90s or lower. So let's see. A little breakdown so far. Not really. I think it's too quiet of a day. I held that for a solid 10 seconds or something. I was in the money too, which is, you know, I just didn't like how it was acting at O's and having all these bounces, but watch it break now. Or maybe just grind down. We could try an under 5s. No. Really, I think the reason I couldn't hold that was because, once again, violating the trading plan, right? The trading plan was 5 trades or less. And the point of sitting here for the rest of the first 30 minutes of the session is to practice discipline. So, yeah, this could have been at my target now, which would have been 20 points. So, what happened here? I got in short, didn't like how it was acting despite it being in the money, and felt like I was going to lose the day, so I got out too quick. So, one of the things is this is violating a rule, right? This is trade 7 or something like that. Okay, that looked like a really good touch of 85s. Let's see. Let's see what kind of bounce it posts. You got a high volume node up here, so should come up to at least O's. I bet it'll bounce down under O's. Maybe not. But yeah, that was my target, was 85 to 90 range, and yeah, it would have been 20, 25 points. Instead, I got out really early. And what happened here? Seems like I got out of short, accidentally got long, got short accidentally, and then stopped out on purpose. Came up just over O's. Yeah. Looks like a rejection. I think we're going to see further downward momentum here. Came down to 87s, 98s. Beautiful. I think we're like at 40 or something. 43. Whatever. That's making back almost half of one of my losing days. Back up to O's. See if it gets up over 5. Good short side bet right here. Really low risk, 250 short with a 6 stop. So let's assume I got in at 2 and I have a 6 stop. 6 is a little bit out of the bully bands, but we're trending down. Pretty oversold on the 5 minute. Kind of a risky trade for a long-term hold. Good for a scalp. So we would be in O2s right now, right? With a stop at 06, which is just above the range. And we wouldn't be stopped out yet. See how quickly it came back down? It like tried 05s and then came right back down. But it's not going too deep. I think this is a cliff though. I think they're painting a cliff. Let's see, I would still be fine on my trade. Never hit sixes. At least I don't think so. Oh, maybe, yeah. No, doesn't look like it. So I wouldn't have been stopped out. Would have been close, but 2.5 points, 3 points, I mean, it's nothing. It's like $10 or $20 or something. No, it's not even that. What is it? It's like $3. Jeez, I don't even remember what the tick the tick value is for the micro contracts. 50 cents, right? Per tick? Yeah. So still would have been good. Really want to try a short here. It's looking great, you know? It's looking really good. So I really want to try it. But really should stick to my plan. One of the best things you can do for your trading is to watch, like let's say you're outside of your parameters, like me right now. I told myself, 5 trades, I'm over 5. The best thing I can do for my trading is to build screen time right now and just watch this price action and think of ideas of what I would be doing in the moment. And if it runs in the direction in my favor, I should practice being detached from that rather than starting to feel FOMO. I should focus on, okay, that idea was correct. What's the next idea? And just keep it extremely rational and productive rather than emotional and thinking, oh, why didn't I actually get in? Oh, I didn't make money. Oh no, So that short would have actually been stopped out. 02s to 2s maybe would have been 10 points, but I probably would have been holding it, so I probably would have stopped at break even. Let's see. 15s. Do we have any divergence at all? The 5 minute was pretty oversold. We have some divergence on the 5 minute actually, to the upside. So this could be a fake out to the downside. Get rid of all the stops on the downside and now pump to new highs. No divergence on the 1 minute, but on the 5 it just looks like it's starting to show some divergence to the upside. I mean, it's pretty definitive divergence in my eyes on the 5. So I think we're going over 50. Let's see. It seems like it started pumping right as, no, I guess not. A little bit before that close. Pumped into the close of that 5 minute bar. So here we have, this is strange. This used to be 5 minute denominations. Oh, there we go. Well, no, this is 1 minute. I need 5 minute. Oh, let's see. Okay, 25s are being respected. Good spot to try a short. Let's assume we got in short at 20s with a stop at 31s. So short 20s with a stop at 31s. So that's a 11-point stop. We'd be in the money right now by a couple points. Basically trying to call a top, but we do have some signaling that this is the top. But if we start holding it for more than like a minute, we should probably just get out because that's not the type of trade it is. Oh, looks like we would have been, well, did it get up to 31? No. We wouldn't have been stopped out yet. This is showing divergence, but these range bar RSI charts aren't very reliable for divergence plays. This looks like great divergence. You see this? Look at this price coming up, RSI trending down. That's pretty cool. And now, yeah, I mean, you've got this divergence here, like I said. What do we have on higher time frames? We got 2.5 minutes until this 15-minute bar closes. It looks like it's going to be a big pin. Big pinner. I'm going to crop my layout a little better so you guys can see the clock. Would be useful since we should be practicing. Counting seconds to the bar close, seeing exactly where the bar closes. That's the whole point of this range bar chart, is to see where price explores, which prices are explored within like a minute bar. And it's 25 tick, right? So 25 tick is 5 points, right? No, it's even less than that. Or it's even more than that, I should say. Let's say 06 to 12. Yeah, so it's like 6 points. So yeah, we would have been stopped out of that short. And that was a 20s short with a 31 stop. Excuse me. Okay, RSI is peaking on the range. This is a 70 level. Shorting over 70 sounds like a good strategy, you know? Seems like anytime we get over 70, well, here we got over the 70 RSI. That was 16 and it came up to 33. You probably want like a 20-point stop. Here, yeah, you would need more than that. So you want to see some kind of topping action. 81 to 13, yeah, it's not feasible. So you'd want to, let's see. Yeah, you would really want to see some kind of hesitation. Like here, right? You see some hesitation. This is the short area, I think. So I'd get short right here at say 39s, 39.50, and have a stop at 55s. So that's a 16-point stop, which is pretty wide for me. So yeah, 39.50, let's assume we're short with a 56 stop. And we're trying to play the ceiling that it's bounced off of before, and we think that the top is in, basically. So what we could do is we could even have the stop up here at like 47s if we really wanted to be conservative. It should be less than 10 points, which is probably the better thing to do. You could have one more push up, you know, right into 55s and then come off. Looks promising though, since the RSI over the range bars, or RSI on the range bars was over 70, which has, for the last few times it's gone over 70, shown a good little pullback once it's hesitated. So if the RSI of the range bars is over 70 and we start printing red bars and it starts getting choppy, that seems to be a good short entry recently. So we would still be short 39.50s with a target of 20s. Something in the lower half of this Bolly band range. And we would be probably getting out right now. Probably would have had a stop at 27s or something. Just came down to target. So that would have been 20 points roughly. Would have been good. That would have been $40 with one micro. It's interesting that I'm sure if I pushed it, if I pushed it and kept trading, I could have a green day. But it's very possible that green days reinforce bad habits. For instance, if I had a really green day today, I would be reinforcing rule breaking, because the rules that I set for myself for today and next week is 5 trades or less. So while the day would be green, it would be telling me, yes, it's good to break your own rules. Yes, it's good to throw things out the window and just keep trading. And I mean, it is the right move sometimes. But you really need good risk management and self-control. And basically, I shouldn't be having days over 150 down until, I shouldn't have any days that are more than 150 points down consistently. And once I'm at that point, then I can think about bending the rules a little bit. And ideally, I'm consistently profitable. Like 4 days out of 5 of the week, I'm up money, So what do we have here? What do we have? Came down to 20s, showing some hesitation. RSI is not under 30 yet. Definitely more of a sideways day so far. Hasn't really picked a direction. Excuse me. Man, I'm so burpy. Got another 12 minutes until we stop trading for the day. Well, stop ghost trading until we stop watching the screens. But yeah, building level 2 screen time is invaluable. Even though I'm only seeing the top of the book, still better than nothing. And I have some range bars to look for some patterns. So yeah, we would have hit our target at 20. I probably would not have flipped there. If we get close to 40, I would consider getting short again. All right, let's assume I took a short at 34s with a stop at 44s. So a 10-point stop, and we'll do a 15-point take profit. So 34s, we would be taking profit at 20s, or just under 20. 34 short. It's not up at the top of the range bars. It's not up here by the upper Bolly band. It's kind of in the middle. And the only reason I took 34s short was because I like shorting under 40s, or buying above 40s. This is a 16 bounce. I don't think that's a solid level. It might be, but I haven't seen it to be. But 40s I've seen to be like, they stick out to me as a good pivot level to trade and scalp off of. So we had our stop at 44, which is outside of the current Bolly bands. And that's a 10-point stop, right? So we're still short 34s as a ghost trade. Okay, we'd still be short, it'd be fine. And the nice thing about having a solid stop without moving it is then you can add as the price kind of goes against you a little bit. Because the worst thing that happens is you lose like 1.5 risk units. If you counted 10 points as one risk unit, you'd be risking 15 points for a potential, 40 or 50 at that point. Well, yeah, 30 or 40. Okay, so 34 short, we would still be in it. We would have only taken about 4 points of heat. And price isn't very, it's just really choppy. It's not very directional right now. It's kind of picked a direction for the last 15 minutes or so, and that direction is up. This almost looks like a cup and handle at this point. Yeah, it looks like it's forming a cup and handle. This is a cup and handle, but then it was like instantly rejected. And now it looks like it's like another cup and handle. Going to new highs. Okay, so we would have been stopped out right there. So, yeah. It only went in the money about 8 points. Just went against us about 10. So if we were, I don't know, probably would have let it run against me, honestly. I didn't feel like putting a break-even stop there. Okay, we're up to 50s. Curious what it does at 55s. 55s is like the tippity top of these guys right here. Yeah. 55, I might explore a little bit higher. The 15-minute Bolly bands look kind of bullish, or these last two candles look bullish. Another 9 minutes until this 15-minute candle closes. So the first one dipped and got bought up like crazy. Now the second one is also dipped and now is being bought up. And on the 1 minute, it's just like a cup and handle. Yeah, the only spot I would have gotten long, maybe off of 15s, but yeah, I remember I wasn't really feeling it. Okay, so 55 just got blown through. Getting pretty overextended here, wow. Wonder if there's some news that came out. Crude oil edges higher, weekly gain likely on Chinese growth optimism. Okay. China's copper costs driven up by Marquise wolves. Oh yeah, look at this. Futures point Wall Street to open broadly up. Oil price cap could save the... — 75s are being respected. That's a great short right there. Let's go ahead and get short 65s. Excuse me. I don't typically short 65s, but in this scenario, we're going to give it a shot just because of that huge pump. So let's assume we're short 65s. And our stop will be 76s. So once again, 10-point stop. We need to see under 60. Oh man. Next bar to close is going to be a 5-minute bar. It's going to be crazy green. Oh my goodness. Whew. I think I'm going to take a nap in the afternoon. I'm feeling kind of... Went to bed pretty late, so kind of want to get some extra sleep. Yeah, so trading should never be emotional. It should always be pretty boring. Even when you make money, you shouldn't be like, yeah, because then you're telling yourself that you never make money. It's like this rare thing. When you make money, you should be like, yeah, it's business as usual. Where's the rest of the money? Give me some more money. You know, like, where's the next paycheck? It should just be this consistent attitude of implementing a system with very little emotion. The difference that I'm trying to discern is emotion and intuition. Trading with your intuition is possible. I've seen people do it, but I'm pretty sure it's due to a lot of screen time. They just had an insane amount of screen time. So that 65 short would have worked out. We probably would have just gotten out here. We're in the bottom half of this Bali range, and this is 15 points. We are under 50 though, but 45s are, you know, they're kind of a good bounce spot. So let's assume we closed here and got 15 points. So that would have made up for the last trade and made 5 points on top of it. It is at 15 points. It's like kind of deep in the money though. It makes you think, you know, maybe you should just play for a continuation, add on the pullback. So for instance, this would be the pullback. Maybe add at 55s. Oh my god. Sorry for yawning. Maybe it's my breakfast that's putting me to sleep. Alright, I think this is... I don't know. I guess we'll wait these last 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds until I'm gonna kill the session, or at least just review the trades and go on with my day. I don't see any opportunity here. Maybe like a little bounce off of 50s. So I'd buy here, 53s. So let's say we got long at 53s with a stop at 43s. Yeah, I think that's a solid plan. Long 53s, target of at least 65 with a stop of 43. So this is a 1-to-1 risk reward, 10 points of risk, 10 points reward. Going for 65s. Just a quick little scalp. Just need, well, yeah. Slow price action. It's just like slowing down even more. This 5-minute bar looks like it's going to be relatively flat so far. 2 minutes left, but so far it doesn't look too promising to be green. 61s. Really taking its sweet time. 62, no, not even 62s. Someone's holding 60, there we go. Alright, well I would have a resting order at 65. Right here. 2 points away from my take profit of 10 points. Yeah, I'd probably end up getting out. Probably have a stop at 57s or 56 for break even. Yeah, so I would have probably just been stopped out for, 2-3 points. Barely paying the fees on it. Was that 65s? Yeah. Man, I love 65s, I love 85s, and I love 45s. Here's like a 45 bounce. Here's a 65 bounce. And this lines up with a lot of levels, This was a high, or this was resistance, now it's going to be support. This 40 level. It's possible that it just hasn't spent enough time over this to have it be support yet. 50 is a big psych level though. I get long here. 51s. We just got burned on a ghost trade long. But let's assume I got long at 51s with a stop at 39s. So that's a 11-point stop. 39s is down here. That seems good. Let's see. Because I would think it'd probably bounce off like 45-ish. Ooh. Ooh, I would have just gotten stopped. Oh, that's right, that report came out just now. Totally forgot about that report. I mean, I'm sure it's bearish. Let's take a quick look and see if we can get those numbers. I've got it up on my other screen. What was it? Existing home sales. It hasn't posted on briefing.com yet. I'm sure the numbers are bad, though. Inflation has, I would assume, slowed it down, Slowed down home sales. Yeah, that was interesting. I mentioned that report before market open, and I completely forgot about it 30 minutes later. Just thinking too much about the trade that I would be in. So let me see if those numbers have loaded yet. Existing home sales. Okay, so they actually beat the consensus. 4.02 million was the actual, and the briefing.com forecast was 3.98 million, and the prior was, okay, so it's down from prior, above consensus though. Okay. Still an increase year over year, it looks like. So it's better than people expected. Or better than briefing.com analysts expected. Alright. Well, that's about it. Let's export these trades. Download the CSV 12023. And then I'm going to take a picture of this, or a screenshot, I should say. Get a screenshot of that. And let's switch over to our Trade to Grow journal. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Okay, here we go. Okay, this was yesterday. It was terrible. It was a terrible day. Huge down day. Today, a day like before yesterday. Stuck to our rules today, which is nice. For the most part. Alright. Upward trend, yes. Definitely not going to be able to, hit the combine targets at this rate. But we'll switch to minis if we have a solid week with micros next week. So, alright. What do we want to write about? Stuck to the trading plan of 5 trades or less, but unfortunately had a couple fat fingers in a row. So put on one more trade. Oh my god. I'll be right back. I'm going to put on the other screen here. You guys can watch the chart. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so, where were we? Stuck to the trading plan of 5 trades or less, but unfortunately had a couple fat fingers in a row, so put on one more trade. That last trade had no heat and hit the, well, had no heat, but I got out early from feeling uncomfortable. It's possible that it was hard to stay in the trade because I was breaking my own rules. Watched the price action for at least 30 minutes despite hitting 5 trades within 2 minutes. Yeah. So built some screen time. Interestingly, I forgot about the, what was it, housing sales? Yeah, housing sales. Existing home sales. Interestingly, I forgot about the existing home sales. Report at 10 Eastern, despite reading, despite seeing that it would be released. Despite seeing pre-market that it would be released at that time. Got too distracted ghost trading. Okay, save that note. And let's look here. What do we got? This was the, oh man, the sidecar is going to be so nice. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Okay, let's see, I should be able to paste the image in here. There we go. Heck yeah. I like the loading animation, finally works. Let me take a screenshot of the chart. The range bar chart. Looks like price pushed higher. Okay, get a quick screening of this. Screeny weenie. Alright. Here we go, pasting this in. It's interesting that it only does it for the first one. The second one doesn't get the loading animation for whatever reason. So there was something else I wanted to mention. Yeah. Shorts. Decent short strat noticed. Shorting. I'm actually going to look at the chart real quick. Would it have worked recently with the most recent pushes through the 70 RSI? It would have worked, yeah. It looks like it's always been working actually. So, okay, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. I'm going to switch the screen back to the trade date. Yeah, so I guess here it wouldn't have worked, but anytime we see the price go over the 70 RSI on the range bars, and then we start seeing some red bars. First red bar, you know, that would have been great. Here, it's over the 70 RSI, showing a red bar, but then it kept going. So this wouldn't have worked here. What do we got next? Yeah, I mean, there's some divergence forming. So yeah, this strategy doesn't work all the time, for sure. Definitely doesn't work all the time. No such thing. Guess I could just keep watching it. Just gonna take note of it. Notice, decent short strategy noticed. Shorting when range bar charts. RSI is over 70 and a couple red bars are printed. Same for an RSI of 30 for longs. Okay, so let's see. This was actually a good trade, less than a minute. All my trades were really short, but these were all fat finger trades. Was this a fat finger trade? can't remember. I think not. I think I had accidentally. Yeah, this was the fat finger. Fat finger trade. Didn't mean to get in. What else? Yeah, this was another fat finger. I got out and accidentally got in. Another fat finger. Notice the entry exit times. Yeah. And then this one was, this trade had a target of 90s, which was actually hit in a couple minutes. No heat on this trade. Simply got out early due to feeling really uncomfortable. Need to practice sitting in that uncomfortableness and just focusing on technicals. So let me write that. Need to focus on sitting with the uncomfortable feelings and focusing on what did I just say? Focusing on what the heck? Sitting with the uncomfortable feelings and focusing on and holding to target. Yeah, if you're not holding to your target or your stop, I mean, what are you doing, right? Then you're just gambling. Okay, cool. So let me share this day. And I'll put it up on the YouTubes. And that's it for the day. Hey, it's a good way to close out the week. Green day. Feeling good. So I will see you guys on Monday. And we should see, I think we got like Amazon or something. Oh no, we got Microsoft earnings on Tuesday. So that'll be cool. Should have some volatility in the market. And so far it looks like the gravy train's still pumping the markets. We'll see. I know that the Fed said they still want to keep rates up to curtail inflation. So rates aren't going to come down anytime soon. There's been talks about it, but nothing yet. More important thing is the debt ceiling is approaching and then needs to be lifted, right? Or we need to make a $1 trillion coin or whatever. I've just found out about that. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. That $1 trillion, let's say $1 trillion coin. This is an actual idea that was brought Investopedia. Yeah, Investopedia has a whole article about it. A theoretical concept whereby the government could mint a physical coin out of platinum with a face value of 1 trillion, which could then be used to reduce the national debt. It's like this legal loophole way to reduce the national debt. And it's been brought up like 3 or 4 times already, every time we approach the debt ceiling recently, which is pretty funny. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Take it easy. Meditate, exercise, take care of yourselves. And let's get a green week next week.